Assalamu alaikum. Dear viewers, I am Saiful Islam. I usually talk about global affairs and analysis. My today's topic: US-Iran tug of war in Iraq. With ISIL largely defeated, there are serious questions as to why the US need to keep 2,500 troops in Iraq, particularly since their presence could provoke a major military confrontation with Iran. Last week, the US Air Force conducted attacks on the facilities of pro-Iranian militias in the Syria-Iraqi border region. United States claims that from there the militias launched drone strikes on United States targets throughout the Iraq. It's important to quote that there has been a low-level conflict between America and Iranian aligned forces, which intensified after President Donald Trump pulled out of Iran nuclear deal. The attacks target the armed groups including Kataib Hezbollah, Iraq's premier militia operating under Iran's direct command. The Iraqi parliament voted last year for US forces to leave the country, but US President Joe Biden has refused to honor their request. The airstrikes represents a blatant and unacceptable violation of Iraqi sovereignty and national security. Critics say now the environment is not US's favor. So it would be more safety to bring them back to the United States. Gradually, the risk of attack is increasing. In the last airstrike, no American troops were wounded. Rather, 4 Iraqi militias were killed. Only 2,500 troops in Iraq is not enough to fight a vast expanded militias around Syria, Lebanon and Yemen. The civilians are also protesting US attacks in Iraq and Syrian borders on the militias because innocent people are being killed. Iran has already established its allies with Syria, Lebanon and Iraq. The alliance includes Syria, President Bashar al-Assad's regime, and armed groups such as Hamas, Hezbollah, Islamic Jihad, etc. Lebanon's Hezbollah was established with the active help of the Revolutionary Guard of Iran. Furthermore, militias from Pakistan and Afghanistan have been connected to Iran's Quds force. It may be Biden's willing to use force against Iranian backed militias, but after Afghanistan, US has to leave Iraq on a short notice. The common people are also against US troops' presence because Russia and Iran would increase its force to protect Syria and Iran's militia groups. The total tension will be on the American forces in Iraq. So, America has to leave Iraq as soon as possible. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.